business is all about building long-lasting relationships. It's not about the short-term gains. It's not about screwing the customer or overcharging and so on. No, it's about long-term relationship. Okay, well, let me start by finding an excuse for myself. Our fifth value is we believe the only constraint is, once again, the only constant is change. That is our fifth value. And like I mentioned yesterday, we'll be creating a green screen over here. I've actually changed my mind. So we won't be creating a green screen over here. We'll be creating it at the other unit, mainly because there's more space over there, but then also because we hold a lot of meetings here, especially with external guests. But anyway, this means going all the way again to production to get a screwdriver. The sales huddle at 10:05 every single day. We then have our strategic huddle, and then the design huddle. I think it's at 10:30. As you can see, I don't take part in them because I don't want to interfere into everything, which is very important for a stand-back business, because there's a natural tendency that if I'm present, then people tend to, first of all, speak to me. Then they'll expect me to make decisions and so on, even though obviously everyone knows that they should be making decisions on their own and all of that. But I guess there's always the perception of the owner. So yeah, that's why I don't take part in those meetings. I want everyone to have the freedom to make their own decisions. Anyway, let's get on with the board. Okay, well, you might be wondering, why the hell am I hanging the board as I don't know, CEO or founder or whatever we name it? Why am I doing it rather than someone else? Truth is, I could ask someone to do it easily, but normally when people ask the question is, why don't I do stuff that are meaningful for the business? And if it is not a stand-back business, therefore a business where the owner is busy dealing with daily issues and daily inquiries and customers and everything else, then indeed this is wasted time, because I would be the company would benefit much more if I was on the phone and selling steel or doing everything else. Whereas for a stand-back business where the owner is not required in the fulfillment process, then I don't have to do I don't have to be involved in that chain. Therefore, I am free to do these kind of jobs. The other thing that's actually very important is, and I mention quite often, that as an owner, our jobs is mainly to think. Thinking is not something you can measure, is basically not tangible. Whereas when you do technical work, like hanging a board, it's very good for your own sort of health, I would say mind, because you can see results, and I guess there's a bit of dopamine that's released and you feel good because you've achieved something. So it's actually good to mix things that you can see physically that are done with thinking. I've heard that the robot is welding, so let's go and see. See, there's the crew. Hello. Hello. I've heard it's welding.
Yes, it is.
I'm not looking, but I'll be looking through the camera. You can see it's going to its starting point and it's welding. Nice. Wow. That's exciting. And there we go. Wow. That's good. Okay. Well, you can see we've got the robots under control. This is the rest of the crew. I just wanted to show a good example of automating things, because I asked Dominic to check the whiteboard, and then instead of him going around and finding me, Michael, where are you, and so on, he just wrote, checked. It's a very good example. So that's why I wanted to say thank you and show him the thumbs up that this is how we want to operate, to automate stuff. So very, very nice.
He probably doesn't need the assessment day, but it's good for us to get another feel for him anyway.
Yeah, definitely. But we arranged to have it on the
4th,
next,
starting at
next
9
week.
a.m.
Yeah.
So because it's not a full training day, I believe what the purpose needs to be is, are they trainable? Can they become estimates?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let me explain what we were discussing with Haley. We are looking to build a world-class sales team. Now, world-class means that our service has everything that one would have expected from a modern company, and professional, obviously. Business is all about building long-lasting relationships. It's not about the short-term gains. It's not about screwing the customer or overcharging and so on. No, it's about long-term relationship. And this again touches upon the purpose of life. Why live if you will be cheating or I don't know, overcharging others? It doesn't make sense. We live once and we have to make the most out of it. And by building friendly relationships with customers is part of life.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good, thank you. Quick one, do you have any news from Lena? How did the webinar go?
Oh, yes. Lena, the webinar, how did it go?
It went okay.
Yes. They went okay. They went all right. They posted about Workshop, but they forgot to put Charlie's email address in it. So hopefully by the next one we can make sure that's rectified.
Okay, well I guess the website will be better because then they can go straight there and order stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And how did the interview go?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Michael?
How did the interview go?
It went well, and so we now have 4 people confirmed for Thursday.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
He was good. He was very nice.
Okay. Okay, well, sounds promising then.
Yeah. I think Magda really liked him as well. She was definitely had a good chipper little mood in the interview, so that's good.
Okay, yeah.
I can read her mood, so yeah, it was good.
Okay, customer service or estimator?
More engineering background, but he's very well spoken and very kind.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, good.
Yes. All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'll keep you posted on
Okay.
anything else.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Cheers, bye-bye.
I'll show you something very nice. This is office supplies replenishment cupboard, and we've introduced a Kanban system. So, but let's say the black markers. If they are less than 2, so you can see there's a number 2, if there are less than 2 of them, there's more, then the person that grabs the last 1 or 2 takes this placard and puts it into a rack which says to order. And that rack is then, or these placards are taken out from that rack once a week by the person that is responsible for ordering these consumables. And then once the items come in, they end up in this pocket, and then also this placard ends up back where it was. So this is a great way to automate your ordering of reusable items. Okay, so here I am on the production floor. We've got the whole manufacturing space behind me. This is our other unit. The first unit is where we manufacture steel. Here it's a mix of everything. But this is what I'll be doing today. And okay, surprise, surprise. a climb master. Don't get me wrong, I would still prefer running up a mountain like Snowdon or maybe Brecon Beacons, if not the Alps, but it's a good substitute. And again, for lockdown and for late, for dark evenings, this is a perfect substitute. That's what I like doing. I've cooled down a bit, I need to stretch, and then it's time to go home.